A speech for the sons of the empire. In the ashes of a weak age, I rise once more. From marble palaces or Roman camps, but from the fire that still burns in every man who refuses to kneel. I am Caesar, not the man of history, but the spirit of dominion, strategy, and self-mastery that every man once carried in his blood. Of the modern world, you have forgotten the empire within you. You have been taught to apologize for your hunger, to despise your strength, to feel guilt for wanting greatness. But listen to me, there is no virtue in weakness. The world respects power, not pleas. I, the fire of conquest. When I was young, I did not wait for permission to rise. I saw the rot in Rome, the politics, the cowardice, the compromise, and I decided I will not die unknown. Every man must come to that moment when the fire of conquest replaces comfort. We're not born to scroll endlessly, to chase fleeting pleasure, or to drown in distraction. We're born to build, to fight for something that echoes beyond your name. Conquest today is not of lands, but of self, your mind, your habits, your will. If you cannot conquer your own impulses, you will never command your destiny. The true battlefield of a modern Caesar is internal. Roman 2, the discipline of a legion. My soldiers did not fight because they were strong. They became strong because they were disciplined. Every dawn, they rose to the sound of duty. Every strike of the sword was a lesson in focus. So too must you build your legion, your body, your habits, your circle. Do not surround yourself with men who speak weakness into your ear. Build with brothers who sharpen you, who challenge your excuses, who demand your excellence. A disciplined man is unstoppable, for his actions do not depend on motivation, they depend on order. Empire is not built by emotion, but by structure. Train when tired, study when bored, act when afraid. That is how legacies are forged. Roman 3, the art of strategy. Caesar never fought without purpose. Every war, every alliance, every step into the Senate was a calculated move in the great game of destiny. A man without a strategy is a slave to circumstance. What is your plan? What is your campaign? You say you want greatness, but do you have a map? The enemy of man today is not another army, it is confusion. You wake without clarity, you move without direction, you exist without design. Think like a general. Every decision either expands your empire or diminishes it. Guard your time as you would a fortress. Every wasted hour is an invasion. Roman 4, power and mercy. Power without wisdom becomes tyranny. But mercy without strength is weakness. Caesar was feared and loved because he embodied both the sword and the olive branch. To master life, you must master balance. Be ruthless with yourself and your mission, yet compassionate to those who fight beside you. Show the world that masculinity is not brutality, it is disciplined power in service of vision. The modern world tells you to dull your edge, to apologize for being assertive. But remember this, no man ever inspired by shrinking. The world needs warriors with hearts, not beggars with opinions. The burden of leadership. Men dream of crowns, but fear the weight of them. Leadership is not glamour, it is responsibility, sleepless nights, sacrifice. When you command, every victory costs you a piece of your soul. But to lead is to live truly. Take command of your own life before you seek to command others. You cannot rule an empire if you cannot rule your morning. Wake before the world, sharpen your sword, move with purpose. The man who owns his dawn owns his destiny. The war within. The greatest enemy Caesar ever faced was not Pompey, not the Senate. It was the voice of doubt that whispered, "You are not enough." Two have heard that voice. But remember, courage is not the absence of fear, it is the conquest of it. Silence the internal rebellion. You are not your past mistakes. You are the commander of what comes next. Every day you hesitate, the enemy advances. So draw your sword, not against the world, but against your lesser self. Win that war daily, and the world will bow in time. Romans 7, the legacy of blood. Empires crumble, but the spirit behind them endures. Caesar's Rome may have fallen, but the code of men who refuse mediocrity has never died. You are its inheritor. Your empire is your craft, your purpose, your name. One day your body will fade, but your impact will echo through the work you build, the sons you raise, the truths you stand for. So live as though eternity watches. Every action is a stone in the monument of your legacy. Build it high, build it proud, build it without apology. Roman 8, the code of the modern Caesar. 1. Conquer yourself. Before you seek to command others, rule your own mind. 2. Honor discipline. Let structure be your freedom, not your prison. 3. Guard your circle. Build your legion with warriors, not talkers. 4. Act strategically. Every step must serve your empire. 5. Lead with purpose. Power means nothing without a vision. 6. Endure. Pain is not your enemy, comfort is. These are the laws of the warlord. You do not need Rome to live them, you need only your will. Roman 9, the final decree. Of the modern age, stop apologizing for your fire. The world needs builders, not dreamers. Needs conquerors, not consumers. Needs warriors, not watchers. Stand tall, speak with weight, move with intent. Your eyes carry the stillness of a man who knows he has returned from battle, victorious, scarred, but unbroken. Remember this, sons of the empire. We're not born to live small. We're born to rise, to rule, to create. Them fear your silence and respect your word. When they ask who you are, tell them simply, I am Caesar, reborn. Written for the modern man, spoken in the spirit of power. King energy.